What's up, YouTube? Day 13 of monk mode. I'm out here putting in the work, putting in the time to try to better myself and create some value for you guys. Something that I was listening to today was another video by Alex Hormozi. Fun fact, I actually had a dream the other night that I was watching an Alex Hormozi video. It's not a video he made. It was something my brain came up with for like self-improvement. And he was like talking about something you should do for your diet and then exercise. And he was in a pool swimming. And it was like 4 other things that someone should do to optimize their health. And I remember waking up thinking like, man, my brain is like making up self-improvement content in my sleep. So you guys know what I'm thinking about 24/7 to bring you that value. So I was listening to that podcast today. It was Impact Theory with Tom Bayou, I think, and Alex Hormozi. Just stumbled upon that video and I'm listening to the long form content. And it really made me want to sit down and look out just like into the future and write out what my goals are for this upcoming year with YouTube. Now, I've been thinking about this, I've articulated it to a few people, but once you put something on paper, it becomes a little more real. So I took my journal. This is where I write down different thoughts that have impacted me and different goals. It's kind of my goal setting journal. And I wrote at the top of the page something that I've been speaking about the last few videos. Not my will be done, but your will be done. And that's referencing to what God has called me to do and just walking in obedience and following him. My number one priority is to be obedient to Jesus. And I want to make sure that I'm not setting goals that are above that, quite literally to the top of the page, and everything else falls below that. So I believe God has called me to start this YouTube channel and to start sharing the things that I've learned over the years and to share influence that way. So I'm trying to be 100% on board with that. So just on a practical level, my goal is to make $5,000 monthly within a year of doing YouTube. So I kind of crunched the numbers. From my understanding, you get 18 cents per view, which means you have to get about 1,000 views per video. And if I'm posting every day, I should have no problem making 5K. So that being said, what do I need to do to get to that goal? Well, to be full send on YouTube, I'm going to buy equipment like a laptop, a camera, a mic, and software, just so that my editing and my content quality can be higher. And I'm obviously going to continue learning and upgrading. I'm going to post daily, 6 days a week, because on the 7th day I rest. That is my Sabbath. And then I'm going to reach out to another YouTuber or influencer each day, those 6 days a week. So that way, I say I reach out 6 times and then one time I get a response. They're like, hey, yeah, I'd love to do a collab. And then we do long form content on Friday, long form Friday, where we sit down and kind of do a podcast, hour and a half version of these shorter videos that I've been putting out. So that is what I'm doing on the action point. On a practical level, this is what I need to cover: rent, food, and by food, I'm talking about beans and rice, and by rent, I mean living in like a small apartment with roommates. So I'm not living extravagantly, but it does suffice. I'll need to work 6 days a month with a family friend, Alan. He pays enough so that I can do landscaping with him for 10 hours a day. And if I do that 6 days a month, that should cover my expenses. And then a shift at Desert Oasis, which is the coffee shop I work at. I want to continue to work there, partly because of the free coffee, partly because I enjoy the environment. Plus, it's kind of a good fail-safe for when landscaping season ends. Again, the goal is to build up this YouTube following. And I want to challenge you guys. What have you thought of as a goal but haven't put on paper? There is definitely something that changes when that goal is looking back at you versus bouncing around in your head or something you're just spitballing to other people. And frankly, when you have to look at that journal again in the future and you didn't put in the work to achieve that goal or go after that thing, you look back at that and it makes you feel bad. It doesn't feel good. So in a way, it's an accountability tool as well. So I'm going to challenge you with that. Think of the goal, write it down. It's probably not going to be the first goal that you write, and you're probably going to continue to reiterate and grow from that point forward into different goals and to different objectives. But you got to start somewhere. That's what I got for you today. Peace.